Hey guys, so today I'm going to go over Roshi team building and synergy. Please remember that this guide is not the end all be all of all things Roshi. Use this guide to help you find your own team. So when it comes to Roshi team building and synergy, we will look at assists and neutral, mix-ups and pressure, team positions and assists, team examples, and synergy examples. So let's get started. Because Roshi doesn't have a traditional super dash or a super jump float mechanic, you're going to have to be a little bit creative when it comes to winning neutral. Running beams with Roshi can be strong for Roshi since you can use beams to condition people to jump, and then you can use his 214S to grab people out of the air and confirm into a full combo. Now you can avoid it in the air by air back dashing since air back dashing has grab invulnerability frames, but the timing is a little bit specific. In fact, using any assist in neutral that makes the opponent jump can make things easier for you to tag them with his air neutral super dash since it travels straight forward. And since it's +5 on block, you can start pressuring them if they didn't get hit by it. Having an anti-air assist can be good for catching people with your 6H if your opponent respects you. As long as you time it correctly, your opponent won't know that you're going for a cross-up once they fall down to the ground. And if you do this to your opponent enough, they may start taking risks against you while they are falling, and then that's when you punish them. If you don't want to rush them down all the time, then you can set up some zoning with 5S, 6S, 236S, and its air super dash in order to pressure your opponent and make it even more annoying with assists. And lastly, Roshi has a lot of movement options in the game, and if you want to play a high movement style, then pairing Roshi with fast strike or invincible DP assist will make it easier to move in that kind of manner. When you're close, you have a couple of options with assists. Mid-screen, your mix-up options are kind of limited since 5HS and 4HS cannot be cancelled up close into anything except for air dash and jump 2H. So if you cancel your string into 4HS while calling an assist, to cover yourself you can do either 2L or Dragon Rush. With high block stun assists, you can cancel your string into 1HS, 2HS, and 3HS into air dashes for creative left-right style and mix, but it's not really foolproof mix, so experiment with this and see if it's good for you or if you could come up with your own variant. If you have a high block stun assist that moves the opponent like Yamcha or Gotenks, then you can get an ambiguous left-right mix mid-screen. When you got the opponent in the corner, your mix-up potential goes up. Roshi's full auto combo can take opponents out of the corner, and if you pair them up with a low block stun assist that has low to no pushback, you can make some interesting left-right mix-ups. And even without the auto combo, Roshi can steal the corner with 236L, meaning you could go for certain mix-ups with high block stun assists like air back dash H, air back dash into empty low, or a cross-up key blast confirm. If you have an assist that has 30 frames or block stun or more, you can set up a mix using jump H into air 236L and do air dash L or empty low. It's best to try to set up this mix on either level 3 Oki or when you're trying to jail your opponent back to the ground with air pressure. Now when it comes to his command grab, you don't have to just go for damage. Since it causes a crumple state, you can go for resets with certain assists if you want. And lastly, since the command grab is slow, you can hide your command grab attempt through long startup assists. So let's talk about Roshi's assists. His A assist is a beam. It has the same startup as SSJ Goku, but even more blocks done by 2 frames and more hits done by 2 frames, making it better for pressure and hit confirms. It's also a single hit, so it has less pushback on block and less damage scaling for combos. However, it is a smaller beam, so it won't cover as much vertical space. Roshi's B assist is very good. It is a fast DP assist that's easy to confirm into because of the 2 hits. This assist now has a gap in it between the 2 hits so the opponent can reflect it, but there are ways to deal with it, such as using an anti-reflect string or pushing your opponent out of range so that their reflect will whiff. And if timed right, you can make your super dash mix gapless with most characters. His C assist is a block stun assist that goes up to full screen. It has 50 frames of block stun, making it great for mix-ups. And since it goes full screen, it has some neutral applications to it too. But it also has the C assist recovery drawback, so remember that when you pick the assists. When it comes to positions, point can work since you have 2 assists to work with, which will help Roshi in neutral and for mix-ups. If you can get the opponent to the corner, then you will have an easier time to do mix-ups and open the opponent. Mid is probably his best position though. His B assist and even his other assists are too good to allow him to be restricted to only point. Not only that, but putting him together with a strong point character will make Roshi's job easier since the point character can take the opponent to the corner built the meter, then you DHC into Roshi's level 3. And then just like that, your game plan is all set up for you. Not to mention that he has a built-in level 2 super, making it easier to get the kill without switching to your anchor. And speaking of anchors, Roshi is not really an anchor character. Playing Roshi as an anchor means that you're most likely trying to play a front-loaded team, which is not bad, but because Roshi can struggle a lot with making comebacks due to his lack of potent mix outside of using assists, his stubby normals, and his need for at least one assist to help with the holes in his neutral play, I can't really suggest for you to play him anchor unless your goal is to never have to play him last in the first place. And I'm not saying that Anchor Roshi can't make comebacks at all, but I'm saying that it would be very hard, and if you're not planning on playing a front-loaded team, then I would suggest that you pick a stronger anchor to take his place. So let's talk about team examples. An easy team to look at is Lord Knight's team of Gotenks C, Roshi B, and Z Broly A. With Roshi playing mid on this team, you have the ability to allow Gotenks to set up super dash mix and for neutral coverage whenever you use Beyblade. Not only that, but confirms become easier and you get more rejumps, which allow you to build more meter for Gosoki. And you have Broly as an anchor, so you have at least one assist to help Roshi, which is good for the long run. The next team we will look at is Gogeta B, Roshi B, and 21A. With this team, you have a strong foundation to get Gogeta level since you can get up to 2 levels at once, and you get both mid-screen and corner super dash mix, which is good for Gogeta since he can set up his fuzzy with it. On top of that, you have 21 helping his anchor, which is always good. Now for the next team, we got Gogeta B, Baby A, and Roshi B. This is an example of a point mid team since none of these guys are really strong anchors, but both Baby and Roshi support Gogeta extremely well. Even if Gogeta died, you still have a solid foundation since Roshi's B assist can protect Baby while he shoots Ki Blast. However, if Baby and Gogeta die, then you are left with Roshi, which might make your chances for comebacks lower. And then lastly, we got Roshi A, Piccolo A, Z Broly A. This team gives Roshi a lot of room to move around and force opponents to make risky decisions. You could cover the screen with a lot of stuff, making it uncomfortable for your opponent to play against. Into Piccolo's level 3, which is really strong in the corner, and then you have Z Broly as your backup, who also has really good synergy with Piccolo. Here are some synergy examples. Certain characters can take advantage of his built-in level 2 because of how active it is. Piccolo can fully charge his super during the level 2 to get max damage for his level 1. And if you do the non-charge level 1 version, then you have enough time to set up a Hell Zone after Roshi's super. If you pair him with base Goku, you can DHC from his level 2 into Spirit Bomb. In the corner, Roshi can get a true 50-50 with Kid Buu. You just have to cancel the 3H into 3HS and then immediately do Air 2H, and then you can either do Air Dash LL or 2L. With grapplers like Z Broly, you can use Roshi's B assist while you're doing a command grab to catch the opponent's attempt to jump or any vanish attempts. Roshi's level 2 super can side switch if you call the next character during the middle of the super, which is good for characters that have level 3s that are stronger mid-screen than in the corner like 21. And that's it for this guide, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to help the channel grow, and if you have any Roshi synergy tips that you want to share, be sure to comment them below. Later, guys.